Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Think Tank Thursday. I'm Denise Killian with TrainerTainment, and I'm thrilled that you're joining us. Before we get started, I want to thank our 2025 sponsors. We appreciate their support and what they do to help us bring you Think Tank Thursday each and every week. And as you know, on Thursdays, TrainerTainment likes to take a break from the doing and spend just a little bit of time thinking. This week, we're going to be talking about marketing, and we're going to TrainerTainment's own Vivian Conterio for her ideas and take on things that you can do right now to help improve your marketing efforts, not only for Q2, but for the rest of the year. So let's get started and meet Vivian. Vivian, welcome to Think Tank Thursday.
Thank you so much. I love being here. I am so excited to just get the conversation going. We had a great meeting yesterday, so we've got a lot of things to talk about.
Yes, so many things to talk about. So before we get started, Vivian, tell us about yourself and your marketing genius.
Well, gosh, TrainerTainment, as you know, is turning 20. Well, this is our big year. It's our big birthday. Well, I have been here for the half of it, so I'm really excited. October will be my 10th year, and I'm super, super excited about all of the things that TrainerTainment is doing with our Growth Pro group and all of the really, and it's not even a rebranding, it's a growth, right? So we've got a lot of things going on, not only with marketing, coaching, training, leadership. I am just super excited to be here because 10 years has really flown by, right? It's been really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to a lot more growth here.
And the thing that's such fun is that obviously we're in an industry that is fun, right? We
Absolutely.
provide fun. The clients that we get to work with are providing fun for the communities, and marketing should be fun. It should be light. It should be a good time. And merging those two together is just really a good time, right?
I love it. I love the people that take it one step further, and they're just having a lot of fun with it, planning just quirky little fun promotions and having a lot of fun. It should be fun.
It should be fun. It should be fun. But for a lot of people, it can be daunting and overwhelming. And especially, a lot of our centers and a lot of businesses don't have a marketing person full time or don't
Right.
have the luxury of being able to have a marketing team. So it can feel overwhelming, like, where do I start? What do I do? So
Yes, it can be very nerve-wracking when you're seeing all of, all of the quarters that are planned out with other like bigger centers that have that built in, and you don't really have a marketing manager. What can you do? And even if you do have a marketing manager, sometimes there's a lot of other things as salespeople and, group and birthday sales that they can be doing as well, to kind of coordinate that with their marketing manager.
So I think in any business, there's always the conflict or the finger pointing, maybe sometimes between sales and marketing, right? Sales is like, we need better marketing, and marketing is like, you better sell better. Like there seems to be sometimes a little bit of animosity between those two departments. I think in any industry you see it. But let's start with what can people do and what can a sales team do to help push that marketing message?
Well, again, once, especially salespeople, and this is something that, we train with our clients. And first of all, get yourself on LinkedIn. That's, I think, the number one thing that we can be doing to help promote whatever messages. If you're getting yourself on LinkedIn, look through other social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, look for groups, especially on Facebook. There's a ton of groups for like Mommy and Me, whatever city, Miami Moms, look for mom groups, look for realtor groups, like look for a lot of different kinds of groups that you can be part of that conversation. So it's a matter of getting yourself involved within your community. And you could be helping push that marketing message, even though the marketing person's already putting these things together and they may be doing a great job, but it's all about that personal connection, and that's where the sales comes in, right? So it's one-on-one. It's not that one-to-many on the marketing side. So you need to take those promotions that are already done, pushing them yourself on your LinkedIn page, on your Facebook page. We all know so many people that I think that really translate, so that that marketing message will translate into your own personal message, and people want to buy from, again, people that they love and people that they like and that they trust. So
I heard that people buy from people.
I think so. I've heard that before. Somebody, I
Who
think
was
I know
that?
who
Who
it
was
was.
that? I think they wrote a book about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, so even if you don't have that marketing team, there are things that you can do. Certainly, social channels and using those. There's a billion and one groups on any of the social media platforms. And it's really both for marketing and good sales. It's about making a connection with people, right? Connecting your message to other people. So when we look at second quarter, we're in second quarter right now, we're a few weeks in. What should people be focusing on right now in that second quarter?
Well, right now there's so much. If you have our Reach calendar, we have a ton of different little holidays that are coming up, other than the big ones as well. But it also gives you tips and on who to call, who to be really reaching out to now, which is really great. I mean, this quarter we've got Easter coming up, which is fantastic. We've got all of those summer promotions that you should already be planning. Earth Day is coming up. Next month we have Mother's Day. Ladies' Night Out is something that I think, depending on your FEC, you can have a great time with that, because you can bring in, the moms with, having fun with their friends, but also bringing in the kids, and the kids could go out and have a great time. So there's a lot of different things to promote on Q2, and really the biggest thing is start getting ready for Q3. I mean, plan it out. Again, I can't stress this enough. Having a plan of action will really help your business grow. And this could be done as the marketing manager, as your marketing specialist, and the salesperson. The salesperson needs to really be aware of everything that's going on with marketing, especially if you don't have a marketing manager, right? Like we kind of have to learn these new little tips and tricks if you do not have a marketing manager, to be able to set up some of the promotions. And again, nowadays with all of the tools and things that are out there, it's making it easier and easier for anybody to really become an expert at this.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask something tangible that people can take away. Mother's Day is just a few weeks away. So it's a little bit of a tight turn, but if you don't have a plan for Mother's Day, what can that look like?
Well, for Mother's Day, there are so many different things that people can do, depending on your FEC. If you target, a lot of younger kids at your FEC, you could have a card making, something for moms. You can have a set meal. Like, so this could go through the entire center. It doesn't just have to be a promotion where people are coming in, but have it set up so you have a promotion for food, you have a promotion for birthdays, you have a promotion. Like, everything has to be coordinated, so that way it can kind of flow through your center a little bit better. And then also train your people, train the people in your center to know what those promotions are, how they're going to handle it. How friendly can they be to all the moms? It could be giving them a button or sticker. I mean, so many people, you go out there for Mother's Day and they have a Mother's Day brunch, or they have, here's a rose or a flower for each mom. Like, get creative. What else can you do that would be a little different, right? And have a lot of fun with it. But the biggest thing is to train your staff so that you get that wow experience, that Disney experience. So every time somebody comes in that door, everybody is on that same page.
Now, that's something that I think is so interesting and important. And sometimes we don't have that synergy.
Yeah,
And I talk a lot about you never want to market something and make a promise that you can't deliver on in the center. And if marketing is promising this thing and your team isn't ready to deliver, that's a problem.
that's a big problem. And I've seen that in so many centers where the marketing department has put together these wonderful promotional things, and then it gets stuck. It gets stuck in the center. People don't know. They don't have a timeline of what they should be doing. Nobody's told them. Maybe they've kind of mentioned it, in passing, but not a very specific thing. And I think that the very moment that you can coordinate and communicate what you're going to be doing with your staff. And like I said, have a one sheet, where every staff member gets that message, what you're going to say, how you're going to greet them, what is the promotion, use a little script in there as well so that everybody's on that same page. And everybody gets trained and everybody has a great time. It's not things that are left out of that conversation.
And that's an important part of marketing as well. Marketing is by nature is a broader reach than a sales team, perhaps.
Hmm.
But who you market to, making sure the message is getting to the right people is a big part of it, right? So, how do you get your marketing message in front of the right people?
Um, for FECs, I think that you know what your demographics are, and like I stated earlier, really trying to figure out. So as the salesperson versus the marketing person, you can help the marketing department by coordinating with them, right? And looking up some mom groups that are in your area that are your neighborhood. So getting that message out on Nextdoor, on, LinkedIn, on Facebook, look for different avenues to be able to get that message out to that right demographic. If it's a center that specializes with, again, that the demographics are much younger, then you want to be able to promote it in areas or in magazines. So like the marketing message gets put out by it doesn't have to cost a lot either. Like a lot of people are not doing the print magazines now, but there are a lot of like the free parenting magazines and things like that do cost money. But they do get that message out, right? And they also have that component of social media. So I would look to see what kind of demographics you have as a center, then go out there and find where it joins the community.
Right, right. And being strategic in determining your demographics, who comes into your center, right? In order for marketing to be successful, you need to have a lot of information. Who comes in? Who are you targeting? And where are those people? What are their habits? Where are they seeing advertisement? And where are they seeing marketing messages? For some communities, it may be flyers that go out in the mail, postcards in the mail are your biggest tool for success. For others, it's not going to be the mail. It may be doing digital ads on, with a service that provides digital ads to be placed in front of the right people, so to speak. For others, they have a really strong Facebook groups and communities, and that's their outreach. But it's knowing and doing that research and figuring those things out before you just start throwing money at a problem and randomly putting messages out, right?
Exactly, and especially if it's paid, right? So you don't want to be throwing money at something, and then how do you track it, right? We started talking about that yesterday on even giving out coupons and those little goodie bags that you give out in birthday parties. How do you track those things to make sure that they come back? have a little line on there if you're doing a little card. We used to do just little business cards that on one side it had your promotion, on the other side, thanks for coming to blank's party, and you're tracking it by party and then with that expiration date. So making sure that all of that is being tracked, that if you're putting an ad out, that when they get to your center, ask them, how did you hear about us? Have you been here in the past? And see if you could get, and not everybody's going to answer it, but it's important to know what things are working and what's not working. So you're not throwing money at the problem, right? Like you want to make sure that you're targeting the right people, that the spend, that all of that is put together before you just start throwing things out there. Planning it.
Yeah. And even if you're using platforms and tools that don't cost money to use,
It's
the
your
time to
time.
put it together is money, right? Uh,
Absolutely. Bingo.
so yeah, so making sure that you're being strategic about that and figuring that out. And depending upon, there's so many tools that you can use to get that data. If you have a card system, if you have a survey, if you have anything that collects the information of your customers,
Yep.
that helps you understand where is my target, right?
Often I see that, people put all those things out there, but they never ask. And they get there and they never ask. There is so much opportunity to get email addresses, to get information on your guests when they're coming in by doing little things. You could have QR codes at the tables. You could have, a button that has a QR code that will send them to your newsletter list. Like there's a birthday club. There are so many things that you can do to be able to get data from everybody that's entering your center. And I feel like now we're living in the future, right? Like all these things that we're watching with AI, all those cool, really great tools that you could be using to, create scripts, your Google Maps, to look at your surrounding and your community. There are a ton of tools to use out there. And I think that people who don't have a marketing manager, it's made it super, super easy to go in there now and try to find some of those things for yourself.
And with AI, I'm going to do a shameless plug here. Next week on Think Tank Thursday, we'll be speaking with Keith Mooring with Playthrough about using AI for marketing. And, Viv, I talked with him last month with Think Tank Thursday, and we talked about how you can use AI for sales. And of course, everybody thinks about, oh, you can use it to create a script. And yes, you absolutely can. But he was explaining and shared with our viewers, you can use AI and combine your CRM and put your data in from your CRM to your AI, your paid AI service, not the open one, because you don't want to release that data out into the world, right? But your paid AI service, and it can rank your leads and based on previous activity and notes and information, determine who's more likely to go from a lead to a customer or who is never maybe going to come into fruition for a customer. So, as a salesperson, you can know who to focus on as opposed to I have
Absolutely.
100 leads. Well, these 20% are the ones that are going to be most likely. Isn't that amazing?
No, it is so cool. All the stuff that it can do now. I mean, there are data scrapers out there now that you can use with AI. So if you wanted to get all of the email addresses for all of the people in some government building or at a company, it can go in there, scrape the data that you want, and be able to give it to you and provide it to you in an Excel spreadsheet. I mean, like I said, I think we are, this is the future. These are all the things. And imagine just in a year how much it's advanced, like from week to week it advances. So I really urge everybody to watch that episode because I can't wait to listen to all the stuff that he has. I really try to stay a little bit on top of everything that's going on with AI. There's marketing tools, there's social media platforms. I think everything that we are doing on a digital level right now, if you take a look at whatever platform are on, you will see that there is an AI component to it. I was
Yeah,
just on Zoom looking at all these little chat boxes that they're hilarious. Using I can't remember, there's a synthesize or something like that tool that can, create your image talking, and you can use that for your media plugs and stuff. You could use just a random person and type in your message and it'll say whatever it is that you want it to say. It is the coolest thing, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see everything that's being developed because on a daily basis it's changing right now.
yeah. It's equal parts fascinating and scary,
Oh,
right? Like,
absolutely.
yeah, there's some
I'm
things that are like,
terrified of
oh, uh-oh,
something.
but
Yeah.
also amazing, and that makes our jobs easier and faster, and that we can do a better job with the information that it provides if you use it correctly.
Absolutely. Lots of information out there, and have fun with it. Have it help you create your promotions. Have it help you, create your the marketing plan for that promotion, the 30, 60, 90. Even though we have it as a spreadsheet, have it help you create it and then move it over and you've got all of your data there. So,
And with that 30, 60, 90, I want to take a little bit of time to dig into that.
mhm.
The idea is having those, what are we doing, what's happening in the next 30 days, in the next 60 days, in the next 90 days, and not only populating those three sort of areas with things that are happening in your community and opportunities that you can tie in a promotion or a marketing, but also that 30, 60, 90. What's your plan of attack for each of them, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're doing a promotion and it requires you to purchase something, let's say a branded t-shirt, or you're doing a promotion that's a giveaway and things like that, you want to make sure that everything is put on there. And starting with, I'm planning it 90 days out. You're not planning it for, hey, next week we're going to do this, So you're planning it out well in advance that you can actually have that time, the timing and that schedule for things that you need to do. You need to place ads, you need to order things, you need to place and create the artwork, you need to send out that message, the push, you need to train your staff. So all of that is on there and it's guided. It's not, all of a sudden it's next week and you go, man, I somebody forgot and dropped the ball, we don't even have the t-shirts, or there was a slowdown and I didn't get the t-shirts in time, even if you ordered it on time, right? So there's a focus that you can do that will ensure that everything is in there on a timely manner. And that if you're not going to get something, do I want to push this back? We've already spent the money on the advertising. Like, what else can we do? How can we pivot? So,
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that we talked about last week, we had peer talk, where we gathered some really amazing folks to talk about marketing messages. And one of the points that was brought up that I think is so important, and I see it happen a lot, and I counsel folks that we work with a lot against this. Well, we did a ladies' night and we promoted it. We did all the things, and three people showed up. It was just a complete failure. We're never doing it again.
absolutely. It's that consistency, right? People will drop out and then just say, oh, it didn't work, so I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
People need to see those messages over and over and over again in order to have those good events, right? So it could be three people this time. Next time, what did I miss on promotion? What did I miss? What else can I add to it? So I'm going to have it again next month or next quarter or whatever it is, but how can I improve on that? Don't just drop the ball and just say, "Oh, it didn't work and I'm not going to do it," because maybe it wasn't the right timing. Maybe you didn't have the right message. Maybe instead of three people, you could get, 40 people this time, and it'll grow, right? If you have all the right things synced together and that you're analyzing why it didn't work, what in there failed, so you can actually fix those things and add to them.
And it takes more than once,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, how long for something that is a reoccurring event, like a ladies' night or a mom's day out or a something along those lines that is a long term, a weekly or a monthly karaoke night or whatever the event is that we're marketing and trying to bring people in. How long do you give it? Is it six occurrences? Is it three occurrences? It's definitely not one,
I,
right?
yeah, no, I think it depends on the center. I think it depends on, what it is that you're promoting or the event type that you're promoting. It could be, I tried it, I would say at least 3 times, but instead of just trying it, start really building on it from that the first one that you have. How successful was it? How many people came out? What was the messaging? Where did I put the messaging? Next time I'm going to put it here, and then make sure that you're talking to those guests. How did they hear about it, right? Like, you want to make sure that what is working you can expand on. So if everybody that comes in tells you, oh, I saw it on this chat group, or I saw it on a print advertising. So then I'm going to be able to go, okay, I'm going to spend more of my time and energy focusing on getting the messaging out in that part of the community, or that type of marketing tactic.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so we've given folks a lot to think about, which is wonderful. That's the point of Think Tank and why I always love talking to Vivian, who gives us such good insight. So, Vivian, it is time for the Think Tank Thursday question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so obviously at TrainerTainment, as you know, we are all about growth. What do you do to grow yourself?
I have so many things that I actually go through on a daily basis. My whole thought process, we're TrainerTainment, we're training others, so we want to make sure that we are also well trained, right? So I'm going through courses online, some AI courses that I've been doing, marketing, even training and coaching. We really need to focus on ourselves. I have a great app that I use. It's Headspace. It's got a bunch of different things. There's a lot of different tools that you could use. It's like a 15-minute uh, focus on different things. And it could be on your personal self, like, how do I communicate better? Or it could be a total mindset. And so I think right now, personally, I've been focusing on mindset, and I find myself coaching in my family, making sure that I am life coaching my almost to be college graduate, in 2 weeks. So I have been coaching her on how to really think about the future and really analyze things. Don't just use your emotions to get you through the day, right? Like, a lot of people just focus on that, and your emotions change. 5 minutes you could be sad and crying, and now in 20 minutes you could be happy. It's their emotions, they're supposed to change, right? So having a plan of action, not only for your self growth but your professional, look and see whatever your interests are and really focus on those.
And, at TrainerTainment, one of our core values is intentional learning. We believe in
Wow.
learning. And just to brag on you, I love that any new thing or any challenge or hey, we should maybe look at that. Does anybody know how to do this? It's like, I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. And you are such a first person to raise your hand, and I'm going to teach myself. I'm going to figure out how to make this happen. I'm going to find the resources, and you absolutely do it, and it's always awesome. So
Well, thank you so much, Diane. It's really, for me, it is the biggest kind of pat on the back when somebody sees that. And it's not that you're doing it intentionally. That's just me. I love to be able to learn, to grow. It is there isn't it's their challenges, right? So it's not a problem to me. It's a challenge. Where can I find the information? How can I learn how to do it myself? If there's something I don't know how, I'm telling you, YouTube University is there. It is my backup for everything.
it's true. It's true. But it's always awesome to be like, I have no idea, but I'm gonna figure it out. And then a week later, you're like, Okay, I figured it out. Here it is, and it's amazing. And you're just like, wow. So it's inspiring, I have to
Thank you.
say. And I love
And our whole
I love
team is like that, and that's why, that's why I've been here for 10 years, because I love working with all of our coaches, our trainer, everybody in the, especially, going back 10 years, everybody has always brought something unique to the table. And I love being able to work with people with that have that intentionality on their growth.
Mhm. Absolutely. And it's key to moving forward, moving your company forward, moving yourself forward, your family forward, personal relationships forward, right? That intentional growth is
Take
key,
challenges, look at problems as a challenge and not as a problem. A lot of people will get stuck on problems and, there's nothing I could do about it. That's the way it is. I'm always like, nope, there's something we could do about it and I'll figure it out.
right?
It is taking things and I guess realizing that there's always a solution for something, even if the solution is just to stay quiet.
And sometimes that is, right? Viv, how can people get in touch with you and learn more or ask you questions or brainstorm with you? How can they reach you?
They can reach me at Vivian@TrainerTainment.net. They could also look me up on LinkedIn, Vivian Conterio. Um, Fun fact, I am the only Vivian Conterio in the United States, so it should be very simple to find me.
That's kind of bananas fun.
Yep, the last name Conterio is it's very small here in the United States, so anybody that you find with that last name, they're all relatives. So
Very nice. I like it. I like it. Well, Viv, thank you as always for being amazing and insightful and sharing your knowledge and your brilliance with the folks watching. So we appreciate you being here. Thank you.
thank you, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much, Vivian, for being with us. So many wonderful ideas and things that you can start doing right now to up your marketing game. I also want to thank our sponsors for 2025. We couldn't do what we do without their help, so we want to thank them for all that they do. If you have a Think Tank Thursday idea, or if you'd like to be a guest, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me at denise@trainertainment.net. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Think Tank Thursday. Remember that the journey to success is all about growth. And here at TrainerTainment, we're committed to helping you and your company thrive. You can visit us at TrainerTainment.net to learn how we can support your growth journey for yourself, your team, and your business by setting up a free growth call with one of our coaches. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving for the extraordinary.
Playthrough is an online scoring system for mini golf courses. Simply post a QR code near the first hole. Golfers scan it with any mobile phone, add their golfers, and start entering scores. They can easily view their group leaderboard or the course leaderboards. Playthrough also includes features like hole sponsor logos and hole transition ads to help grow your business. Visit playthroughmini.com to see what else Playthrough can do.